This is TWiT.
You talked about your Pixel, how you used to be an Android guy. What the hell happened? The Pixel 6. I mean,
Great segue.
What is wrong with Google?
I ask myself every day. I don't know.
What the hell is wrong with Google?
I truly don't understand. When Apple is absolutely killing it with both the hardware and software, and by the way, Samsung also killing it with the software updates on their phones have been like clockwork and really good.
Look at that.
You have Google.
Look at that. I got a software update to install right now on my Samsung Flip. Look at that.
I'm telling you,
keeping it up to date.
Yes, and it probably was available on the first.
Yeah, that's just Leo doesn't check. Actually, I was just saying, oh, look, the Google January update's finally here, and you said, no, it came out a couple of days ago, but I'm getting that now, too.
So I waited for my review. You know, the Pixel came out, I think, October. I waited to do my review until, I think, December, like mid-December. In my review, I said, I love this phone, but there's a bunch of little things.
Love the form factor. Battery life is great, but
software is nice, but it had a lot of little bugs.
And you can't make phone calls.
Well, I didn't have that problem.
I didn't either.
I don't know.
But so many people did. Yeah.
But I said,
and also the fingerprint reader worked for me just fine. But
no, that is a very sore spot on this phone for me.
Yeah. I've heard
and
there's
no face. There's no face unlock.
No.
But I said in my review, like, look, at the end of the day, Google's going to fix this any day now.
Software.
And by the way, January 14th, before it was still a whole month and a half before this, software update, I ended up sideloading the software update that they came out with originally. And it was quite easy to do, but obviously the average person can't do it.
Well, and then they turned it off because people like you. So you found a way around it. You found a way around it.
No, it just still wasn't buggy. It was still a buggy phone.
So many people had problems with the December update, especially with connectivity, that they stopped it.
Yeah, they stopped the update. And I did it right before that.
Okay, and I never got that, and I honestly, and this is weird, and I'm here channeling all the people I know with Pixel 6s. I've had nothing but great experiences with mine, but it's weird that some people have great experiences. The fingerprint reader works for me. The cameras are great. I've never had connectivity issues or phone issues, but so many people have, and even that speaks to a problem, right?
Yeah, it shouldn't. This phone should be amazing. It's Google's baby. They're a smart company with a lot of smart people working there, and I just don't think they take their phones serious enough. Also, can we talk about the fact that the Pixel changes every single time? Every year, it's like an entirely different phone built from the ground up.
Yeah.
Like, how annoying is that? Like with the iPhone, there's like it's evolved over 15 years or however many years it's been around. It's like pretty much the same exact slab of glass and metal that it started out as, except like if you just put it on
I love how mad you are about this.
I am. It really annoys me that like Google just can't get anything right except search. They're a one-trick pony at this point.
Wait a minute.
Nailed search,
wait a minute.
And then they said, we're done.
YouTube, Gmail, and search. YouTube, Gmail, and search.
Gmail they nailed.
Everything else, it's like attention deficit disorder or, Mike Elgin.
I just argue Gmail got there first. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, like Outlook is pretty darn good. I don't know if I use it for
Spark.
work. And like,
I use Spark.
Outlook is
pretty
amazing.
Greatest email I've ever used in my life.
But do you use Spark with Gmail?
I use it with my own.
With CNET.
I have my own.
With your own server.
Email server.
Yeah.
No. CNET's like, that's all locked down. I can't. I have to use that through Outlook.
Yeah.
And Outlook is actually pretty good. I use Spark with my own stuff.
Spark's an app, but it works with various email.
You're self-hosted,
so
you're saying.
Yeah, self-hosted.
You don't have like a server in the basement.
No.
Nobody
but
can do that.
I don't host it. I don't run
I use Fastmail, for instance.
Could you do that, Leo? Could you host like a pop email server?
We had a sponsor, who makes a really cool device that is an email server. It works really well.
That's neat.
Cool.
It's a hard thing.
In that.
It's a hard technology problem because Gmail, for instance, won't accept emails sent from your IP address. They go, well, I don't know. You're a scammer.
Right. Oh, yeah. The spammers would get this thing.
Suspicious.
Yep.
So the way they have to do this, they support DMARC and, the other authentication technologies. But the way they do it is you route the email through a server. It doesn't even look at your mail. It just is routing through IP addresses they've preconditioned to work with email services. So you need to do that. It's a good.
Okay.
It's a
Mine's
kind of a
just through my
nerdy
domain
thing.
host. Mine's just through my domain host.
Your domain
I use
host.
Hover, which was a TWiT sponsor a
That's
long
what
time
I
Hover's
ago.
great.
They've been
Yeah,
fantastic.
Hover. That's
Hover's
I use
great.
all my.
But by the way,
websites are on
one other thing that Google did do, they nailed, is Google Photos. But I will say I have a problem with that too, because once they got you in there,
Now
it
they
used
charge.
to be.
Yeah, they charge
Well,
you.
the charging is fine. I don't mind paying because I love what they do. But here's the thing. You used to be able to sync your Google Drive to an external web, like a NAS server, and you could have your Google Photos inside there, and it would also sync. Now, they've shut off that functionality. So if you have photos in Google Photos, the only way to get them out is to do that Google takeout. There's no way to sync that to
that
a
sucks.
third-party
You
hard
can't
drive.
automatically
And
sync it
Right.
to a hard drive.
That's ridiculous. I'm sorry. It's absolutely not acceptable.
But I'll give him half a point for photos. So YouTube, Gmail, search, and half a point. I better be careful which finger I use for that. Half a point for photos. I think photos is actually pretty good. But
Photos you could search for anything in there and find a
but they
picture.
did some bad
it's
things.
phenomenal.
They bought Picasa, for instance, which everybody loved. It was a wonderful free Windows.
Snapseed too.
Yeah, and then they destroyed it. Snapseed's still around. That's okay.
But it's not. I mean, it's not the same as it was.
So Mike Elgin, who's a regular on our shows, remember he was a big Google Plus supporter. He says, out and out, Sundar Pichai is a terrible CEO. Fair?
That's
I'll let
bold.
Ashley touch that one.
I was going to say that's a bold claim, because I mean I think that there are just a lot of people making maybe not great decisions.
No, but that's his
I don't
company.
know.
He runs the freaking company.
Is he a visionary? Does he have a
This is
vision for
this
this
is
company?
this is my argument, right? Where it's even Apple, I think, has this problem where it's at the top, Tim Cook is not a visionary. He's a guy who came up through supply chain. He's a really smart guy, but he's not a visionary. And I don't.
But he has
argue
kept that company.
Really,
I mean, okay, maybe he's not inventing the next iPad or iPhone, but he is really. I think he's done an amazing job at that company.
Done an amazing job.
To step into
no
those
arguments.
shoes.
And maybe the smartest thing to do was just to keep the lights on and the wheels running, because they had a flywheel and it was going great. So why mess with success?
And I also argue that you could not have put somebody like a Johnny Ive or
no, in fact, I think Apple got
visionary
better
into that
when Johnny
space.
left.
Yeah,
I was going to say, I argue you could not have put somebody.
Yeah.
You could not have put somebody in that role after Steve died just by proxy if there would have been too many comparisons. And by making it Tim Cook, it was very easy for them to just sort of be like, well, I'm nothing like him.
Yes.
That was the end of that conversation.
He said Steve told him on his deathbed, you should not be asking what Steve would do. You need to be your own guy. You need to run this company. But honestly, he's been a caretaker. Sundar Pichai is a very nice guy. I really liked him.
Smart.
He's smart.
Nice.
I don't think he's a leader. And I think that's the problem, is that you have a headless operation and everybody's doing their own thing. That happened at Microsoft. Let's not forget the days at Microsoft when every division was sniping at every other division, and you couldn't make Windows good because the Office division said that'll be bad for us. And who comes along but Satya Nadella? And I think everybody would agree he's the opposite of Sundar Pichai. He took a company, transformed it, pivoted it, and has done a brilliant job.
Yeah,
he's done a good job.
Laser focused on it. Done a very good job. And I argue that I think that Sundar is really smart. I just don't know that he's the guy to run Google.
Can we also get back to why the Pixel is a heap of trash this year?
I tell you why.
Yes.
Sundar Pichai. That's why. Sundar Pichai.
I would listen
Have you tried to hold
I would
this
listen to
thing?
you, Rich, talk about this all day, by the way.
Have you tried to hold this thing in your hand? How big it is?
It's big. I
who
like
has
a big
hands?
phone. I
This
like big
is
phones.
too big. This is too. And
what are you?
So if they have
How
the big
tall
phone,
are you,
which
Rich?
is great.
How tall are you?
I'm
Rich
6
is a
feet.
tall
I have big
guy.
hands. I've got big feet.
And you think that I'm a
believe
little
me.
guy and it fits my hands just fine. What are you talking about?
Oh,
I got
How
little
much
stubby
bigger is that
sausage.
phone compared to the Pro Max? How much bigger is it?
I'll put it side by
Pro
side.
Max feels better in your hand
Let me
because
take
it's
the
got
cases off.
square edges and it's
a
not
little
rounded.
square, okay.
Look, Google, just hire me to make the next Pixel. I will make this phone the best-selling phone in America.
I kind of disagree with you
hire
on that.
Rich.
This is a beautiful
Hire
phone.
Rich,
Here it
guys.
is side by side. It's the same
it's
size. It's very
but
close.
you can hold the iPhone easier because the edges don't go off to the, they don't go.
The rounded screen, people have complained about the rounded screen.
It's a nightmare typing. You try to type with 2 fingers on it, you're messing up the entire time. You have to go to voice.
But don't you put a case on it? Everybody should just have a case.
But it's still tough to use. I'm telling you, I test every single phone out there, and the Pixel is the phone I look forward to the most. Well, you're not alone.
Marquez Brownlee, who also tests every phone, announced this week, he said, I'm finally taking the SIM out of my Pixel 6, putting in a Samsung S21 Ultra. The Pixel 6 is just too unreliable.
And he put it right back in the Pixel as soon as that software update came out. So believe me, he put it in the S21 Ultra for like 2 minutes.
Well, are you kidding? I didn't see the update. He went back to the Pixel 6?
Of course he did.
Oh, Marquez.
He's a Pixel guy. He's a Pixel guy. He used the S21 Ultra until he needed to, to get through to the Pixel. Yeah. And then he went back. He made this big tweet. And then Google came out with the update literally 48 hours after his tweet.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, that's hysterical.
Oh, yeah. Now, I can't confirm that he put his SIM back in the Pixel, but I'm pretty sure he's back to the Pixel because... look, the Pixel, you can't deny. The photos that come off of the thing are amazing. The software, the way it integrates Google services. Whenever I use it, I sit there and I realize all the little things that...
No, I far prefer vanilla Android. Yeah, I far prefer it. Gosh, but I'm with you.
I'm heated about this stuff.
The experience with the iPhone, as much as I don't like the walled garden, is a much more consistent, reliable experience. It's always
a little...
Like Siri every year is consistently bad.
Stupid, yeah.
Like, I'm going to get a terrible Siri experience.